That was definitely the scariest moment I've had. Close to 30 knot wind. The seas were pretty big. We just pulled into the fuel dock. Waiting for us to return to the boat. Is it cooked?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if it's cooked or not. Look at it. You're gonna eat that?
Can we verify that it's cooked? I'm not sure I can eat this. I'm supposed to be adventurous.
It's just
Okay, so how do you do it?
like this. And then hold the other one up also.
Well,
It's like chewing on a rubber balloon.
there goes nothing. Oh. Yeah, I got the rubber balloon. Still chewing? I'm not sure I'd order octopus again. No, it's settled. I definitely prefer octopus in the ocean. It's beautiful. Oh, there's two now. Well, we did it. We left before sunrise. It's a beautiful morning. We are heading back to the pause, which will take us about 3 days. Hopefully we'll make it.
We just have 28 nautical miles to do today to get to Fraley's, and then we have two 45-mile days, I think, to get into the Pause Bay.
As bad as we thought La Paz was, Cabo is way worse.
It's probably good that we came down here to see other locations, to find out that La Paz wasn't quite as bad as we thought it was.
That's for sure. Cabo is breathtaking, absolutely beautiful. The wildlife is, I'm in awe.
It's top notch, man. There's whales out here all over the place, and some of them get pretty close to you.
The one night, laying in bed for almost all night long, you heard them singing to one another. It was so beautiful. I've never heard anything like it, and for that, Cabo, fantastic.
That whale song resonated inside the hull, and you could just hear it sleeping all night.
It was
It was
beautiful.
fantastic. A whole bunch of like family talking to each other. And
Young ones,
all
older
different,
ones.
all different sounds.
The fishing has been great on our way out here. It's been a lot of fun, but man, the swells that you will anchor in, no matter where you are in Cabo, was just not worth. Oh man.
Yeah, we've had north wind and we've had south wind, and we've had some big swells from both directions. So it's it's not horrible, but they can get bad enough to knock items off your table. Get there. We got a mechanic coming on Monday, so we have to get there.
Yeah.
And fix stuff again.
Once again, as per usual, bashing all the way. It's what Blue Pearl does best, I guess, because that's all we seem to get for the most part. We're going, let's see. Look at that. About 3 knots. Oh my goodness. We still have 8.5 nautical miles to go. Look at all that beautiful wind. If only we were heading to Cabo. Oh well.
Like this.
The wildlife is pretty amazing though, I'll give it that. Well, we made it. We made it to Los Frailes, and we are haggard. Oh my gosh, what a ride. Over 7 hours to get here, to go 29 nautical miles. This is definitely a beer kind of a night after that crazy ride. Anyway, cheers. To the right. Neutral. Good morning. It is before sunrise again. It's a beautiful morning, minus the swells already starting out. It's gonna be another beautiful day. I can feel it. We are on our way to Bahia Los Muertos, and hopefully we can make it there with not too much headwind today, since we have 46 nautical miles to go. We'll make it. So far, we're off to a much better morning than we had yesterday. We pulled out the staysail, so we're motor sailing at the moment. We are going 7 knots, and we still have a bit of a headwind, but it's not right on the nose this morning. It just seems quiet out here, even though we still have to have the engines running because we have very little wind, which is actually a nice break from what we've been experiencing this last week in Cabo. Lord willing, we make it back to La Paz tomorrow. Oh good, B&G chart plotter just shut down for the second time today. Restarting itself. Anyway. Well, it's about 2:20 in the afternoon. We made excellent time. We're about 10 minutes out, 1 nautical mile before we reach our destination anchor for the night. I'm pleased we made it so quickly. Anyway, pretty uneventful and successful day. We made it out of here. This is the earliest morning yet. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Look at these flat waters. I mean, it's like almost is like glass out there. We have a really long day today. Bit of a chilly morning this morning, but we're making decent time. We were going about 7 knots. Now we're down to about 6 knots. We're gonna try putting another sail out and see if that'll help. That seemed to do the trick. We're going about 7 knots now. Awesome. This is really frustrating when your chart plotter, which is supposed to be, I mean, it's so important to have one on a boat, and it's completely frozen. There's nothing that we can do to unfreeze it. It's just stuck. I think this is when we have to pull it out and unplug the power. It's just constantly shutting itself off, starting it back up again. In fact, we've been in communication with the B&G expert, and she told us to do an update, and we did. And it's been nothing but problems since we did the update. So maybe we need to do a factory reset. I don't know. Thankfully, we still have our Navionics app going on the iPad, so we got a good backup system. And over here to the left, we have Tecolote Beach, which we have been to several times. Once by land and twice by dinghy. Well, we're approaching La Paz. We've got another 5.5 nautical miles to go, and it feels like we're coming home. It's really interesting. I'm pleased with the day. It was nice and calm, very relaxing, super chill. I even got to read a book. Chris got in a little nap while we were underway. Didn't catch any fish. That's okay. We caught plenty on our way out, headed out to Cabo, and that was a blast. We're looking forward to getting some work done on our boat. Luis called last week, and we made an appointment with him for all of this week. Let's hope it all works out, because it'd be great to have some things fixed like our refrigerators and have the engines actually charge the batteries when we're underway and the generator is not running. Goodness, as we are only a few miles out of La Paz now, the weather sure has changed. We went from beanies and jackets to tank tops and t-shirts. Unbelievable. Also, on a wonderfully happy note, our autopilot has not shut down once in the last 3 days. That is fantastic. We definitely had some issues going over to Cabo. It just would shut down every day, at least once it would shut down. and not once has it shut down on this trip back, so that's fantastic. Chris did reposition the motor, put it the direction it's supposed to be, and maybe that fixed it. I don't know. I still don't really know what's going on with the depth and why it comes and goes, but it definitely seems like it's in, it has issues in deep water. So I'm confident that it'll come on when it's in shallower water as we're approaching an anchorage. So at least we have that confidence. Hey, other boaters, is that normal? Please let us know.
So Jess and I just pulled into the pause and anchored out here with another 100 boats. And the windlass choked, and it barely could run, and sometimes it wouldn't run at all. And when it did link by link, barely pulled the chain up, even when there's hardly any load on it. Barely let the chain out. It was tough. I thought I was going to be completely stuck, having to move the chain myself without a windlass. And it's a 70-pound spade with 200 feet of half-inch chain on it.
Look how beautiful our sunset is for tonight. Just lovely.